give up.
You gotta believe. To never give up.
It's like a movie scene, what's destined to be. Streets of London, UK, a story to be. I didn't fully understand in this brand new land. With a dream in my heart every day, I was ready to depart one way. I was lost and found in my own hometown. Dreams in my heart was gone in the way. I was longing for better days. I need a kingdom sights, kingdom mind with a kingdom heart, and to get it right, to get it right. And I didn't give up, I didn't give in. I knew in my heart I'll stand again. I knew in my heart I'll fly again, rise again, shine again in a war, battling, fighting like a champion. Cause I knew deep down in my heart I was destined to win. I've been waiting, and I'll never give up, and I'll never give in. It has taken a long time. I'll never give up. I had a dream in my heart and I ran with it. They said it's never gonna make it, forget about it. I fell for it, believe it, you'll never achieve it. But I kept on dreaming, and I kept on singing, and I kept on believing. Yeah, friends said Rome was unfold in 3 days, so I spread out my wings 2 ways, one step at a time. Every day you reap what you sow one day. Yeah, someday just stay in your lane like you saying. Get it right every day. Winning faith to the big break, and I didn't give up, I didn't give in. I knew in my heart I'll stand again. I knew in my heart I'll fly again, rise again, shine again in a war, battling, fighting like a champion. Cause I knew deep down in my heart I was destined to win. I've been waiting for a long time, and I'll never give up, and I'll never give in.
Oh yeah, man! It's a Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to it, everybody. Wongumundu in the building wants to be. Well, what if they don't know? Let us reintroduce ourselves. It's the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening show in town. If you want to job boulder to the moon with the mayors of this town, you came to the right place at the right time, because Ekse Live is about to explode.
Oh man, oh man, it is yet once again another edition of your favorite show. As Lama said, it is Ekse right here on Cape Town TV. We bring you, all things music. We're bringing you all things movies, some comedy festival in there. So it's going to be definitely an amazing show. You definitely do want to stay tuned for all of that. And I am Virtual Darlings.
Yes, and just like Vio just mentioned right there, don't forget to stay on our socials. We want to hear from you and interact with you, and so that you can just stay in tune with us.
Speaking of our socials, you can follow us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live, on Facebook, it's Ekse, on Cape Town TV. The hashtag to use today is #loadshedding. We know how frustrating that is for all of us in South Africa, so make sure that you go along, tweet us, and let us know what's up. We're here with Brent, is a model, activist, anti-bullying activist, TV personality, singer, songwriter. He's here to tell us more about his journey in the music.
Oh yes, I must say I'm so excited. So do the right thing and go to social media and get in touch with us and let us know your thoughts, your ideas, and your views on our show today. But I'm Nandi man, so hlala apho kulondawo kuyo uhlale nathi sibe sonke kule way.
Most definitely. Well, if you do not know about Ellen Pax is the woman who killed her drug addict son. Abanye abantu bayamjaja, abanye abantu they're for her. So we are here to learn about this story. It is a true story. However, this is a movie that you can search online ufunde about drugs and addicts. Otherwise, when he's here, he's gonna shut down the show later on, so make sure that you do not go anywhere. Ekse is gonna bring you a Tuesday afternoon of note. Ellen Pax, this is her story. Do enjoy.
So follow my story ken. Al wat hulle weet is ek het 'n moord gepleeg.
Today we mourn with the Pakkies family the loss of their son, Adam Pakkies.
Asseblief vergewe my.
Vir moord.
Die Here sal ons nie deurdra.
Vir ons, die is jou daad.
There
Worship, Advocate Adrian Samuels, I'm considering representing the accused.
The state's gonna make an example out of you. You're looking at 20 years. I can win this case, but you have to trust me.
What was AB like? What kind of person was he?
Ongelukkig het AB al sy kans gekry. Ons gaan deur slegte tyd by die huis. Gee hom nog net een kans asseblief, mevrou. Mami, jong mense soos AB word deur hierdie plek ingesluk.
Ik denk ik het joppie weer. Ze drop iets hier zo af en telt ze iets haar op. Makkelijk, man. Die is your future, my bro.
Moenie jouself verloor nie, AB. Hy gebruik jou tot hy druk is. En as hy jou gaat uitspieg, is jy die helfte van die mens wat hy was. Dis my sien. Hy's op drugs, mevrou.
Sit jy uit in die tronk nou? Wat is met 'n maas jy man? Jy wil mos so skelm wees.
Daar is genoeg evidence om die saak vorentoe te vat.
Wat anders het met jou nodig?
AB sê mos nou, hy gaan probeer om te check.
Jy gaan nie so mos nie. Jy gaan sien.
If you want to understand who he became, you need to understand the drug.
Hoe kan jy dit aan my man? Hoe kan jy dit aan my?
This drug can literally change the way your brain functions. The boy that Ellen was living with is no longer her son. He was a monster, pure and simple.
Dis die duivel van dit! Dis die duivel van my! Ek kan dit nie meer vat nie! Ek kan dit nie meer vat nie!
My oh my, what a horrible thing to go through as a family.
Yeah, it's so sad. But it's a reality, and a lot of people have to go through that.
And
So
the best part about this film was it was actually won a SAFA, SAFA award.
It won?
Yeah, it won.
Okay.
It's one of the best things
La,
about
la,
it.
la,
Yeah.
la, la, la.
Well, but the real losers were the actual family because one died, one had to stand in trial. Speaking of losers, you guys, let's go. April is the month where radio year starts. It's either your contract gets renewed or you get axed. This is Masachaba Ndlovu's story. Masachaba Ndlovu is one of South Africa's most prominent and outspoken media personalities. Samazba Bepago Metro FM. And it's been a long time since I've been listening to radio, so I don't know if this applies today. Her opinion about abuse Mambinja Go Babes Odumo got her in hot water because of the way that she conducted herself during the interview. It was all Babes about being abused by her boyfriend. So she was recently on an interview, Kwenye TV show, and she admitted that she acted out of conduct. She put off her professional cap on the side, and she decided to be human and most importantly be woman about it, and interrogated and posed questions about this abuse towards Babes Wodumo. It seems that damage has already been done according to Sandra World. Masachaba was allegedly fired by Metro FM when she asked about her new contract. The paper alleges that the interview with Babes Wodumo is the reason for her alleged sacking.
Oh, it's so sad.
That's so sad, eh?
Yini ex kangaka. She's such a beautiful broadcaster, but I mean, hey, you know, those things happen.
Including load shedding.
But let's go overboard. Let's go overboard a little bit. So DJ Spool, we all know DJ Spool, right?
Yeah,
He started from TV to radio. Now he's a prominent businessman.
Wow.
And he's overseas currently at the moment. This More Fire business owner recently delivered a speech at the Harvard Business School in Boston as part of a symposium on African businesses and entrepreneurship. And being the sharp businessman that he saw an opportunity to make profit from this, right? So there was a room of 100 people, and he managed to sell to each and every one of those 100 people his Mofire and his book called Billionaire Under Construction, and samples of his energy drink Mofire were given to each and every one of the attendees. And this wasn't a gift, this was a marketing tactic and a business opportunity. Each book went for $10, and it's not clear how many of these attendees brought one, but judging by the applause he received after insisting they pay for the book, he left with some coin.
Hey man! Have you tasted the energy drink?
I haven't.
I think you should all get some. You should all
These
get some.
things happen.
These things happen, and it's so funny that overseas they're going to start supporting his business and his hustle, and back home, are we buying enough? Are we supporting enough? And that's the question that we should be asking
I think that will come
ourselves.
up, you know, all naturally, you know, just
Yeah.
like, it'll come.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking about another wonderful woman we are gracing the screens with, her name is Yonela Stevens, and she started her own beauty salon. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
During her year of 2008, after she matriculated at Oscar, yeah, there we go, high school. And it goes like this. She says that she's been raising money for tertiary education, and Stevens said her mother could not afford to pay for her school fees and had to come up with a plan. So what she did was she worked after school and after hours while she was actually also studying at CPUT.
yes,
Oh, like a girl, I am so proud of you. And as well as she continued to open up her own school, you know, to teach other people. So one class is for students that do not have money, you know, students that parents that do not work and things, and the other classes for students that do actually have money. And that just goes for about 3,500 rand a month, which is actually really nice considering the price today for, you know, for beauty and nails and things like that. But they do get an attendance certificate. That's very nice as well. But it's not accredited yet. But come along and join, and if you want to join, you know, the contact line is 073 2503196. That's 073 250 3196.
You see, when you work hard, you reap what you sow. You harvest. Speaking of harvesting, Bonango sitting on
darling!
a farm, signing papers, and
Listen,
the whole of South Africa made jokes about her. Here's another joke that is not funny. We need to go to an ad break quickly. But we will return, so make sure that you don't go too far. Ekse is the biggest, so make sure that you do not miss it. To 1448048 is that number to dial to get in contact with us. You're still watching Ekse right here on Cape Town TV. My name is Lama Lee Moon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for choosing us as your source of education, information, and entertainment. There's no greater place than this one. Our handle is Ekse_live on Twitter. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. We're heading on to Twitter right now, talking about load shedding. Hashtag oh my. That's the handle. At oh my. I'm not lying. Oh my says, hashtag load shedding. Please, ANC, pay the money so that we can bring back the lights. And then this one comes from Ukoli saying, it's even dark in the afternoon.
Okay, so that sun is not doing anything.
And then Siabonga says, Asinamandla. I'll translate that in English for you.
We don't have power.
Yes, there we go. Later on the show, we're going to be bringing you Rated R, where we ask your favorite personalities random, real, and sometimes ridiculous questions. And today's victim will happen to be Usnalo Jonas, our very own Ekse presenter. So make sure that you tune in for that. It sure seems to be going to be a lovely one. Now let's tell you about the Kasi World Comedy Showdown that is happening this April. If you are a comedian, this is the opportunity to go there and take on the stage and show what you are made of. So the Drive Cape Town Funny Festival, in proud partnership with the South African Comedy Shares, in association with the City of Cape Town, a comedy corner with Dr. DC Foundation under Mandy Sisindo and the one-man comedy show Extravaganza, are pleased to present the inaugural Kasi World Comedy Showdown that wants to take Kasi comedy to the world, and literally they are creating another world of comedy in the townships with Kasi Comedy Showdown. There was a screening on the 30th of March. If you missed it, you do not have to miss these ones. Uzoba khona eDelft, eGryfontein, eNyanga, naseKhayelitsha, eMakhukhanye Art Room. To tell us more about that is Mr. Bias Pulu. Are you a comedian?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much.
Oh, you are? Yes. All right, so...
I'm a one-liner comedian, so I do very dry jokes. I like them, intellectual, but I won't do any tonight or today.
No, Chedi, that's
No.
not
Literally to me, bad.
I can tell you a dry joke quickly now about load shedding. It goes like this. It's like, I want to tell a joke. I want to talk about load shedding, but I don't have krag. To fun, to catch it. There's a krag like energy. We don't have energy.
I don't think we should concentrate on this Kasi comedy showdown.
So basically, with the Kasi World Comedy Showdown, it's a talent search. So what happens is the Cape Town Funny Festival, sponsored by Jive. It's a show that's been happening for over 15 years at the Ekse Theatre, and then for the past 5 years, amateurs and people that want to do comedy would go and compete at the Cape Town Comedy Club, and we've had various winners: Yassine Barnes, Lindy Johnson, Regan Allen. So now, what Mr. Eddie Kasai, he's the guy behind the whole thing. He said, "Listen, Pius, he came to me last year. You know what? Out of the percentage that you have of people that come to our shows, 22% is just black audience, and we need to up those percentages up. So can you or could you help us to find someone from the townships?" So there's a project that I'm, running with my team. Kolping Boma, he's one of the pioneers, young pioneers of comedy in Cape Town. And then we've got Mandy Sisindo, he's the owner of Magokanye Art Room. The nice thing about Magokanye Art Room is the only Shack theater in the world. It has won multiple awards, so that's one of the areas and venues that we are proud to be working with. And then the Heat are going to be following up. The first one is going to be on the 6th of April at a place called the Black Box Theatre in Delft. And then all of them are going to be on Saturdays. So following to that, the next one will be on the 13th of April in Cryford Theatre in Cryfontaine. And then the last heat is on the 20th of April in Zolani Center at Nyanga. And then the final will be a week after, because we just want people, to go and practice more, give them a week before the final happens, which will be back at the Magokanye Art Room on the 20th of April. So we're hoping that everyone that's taking place going to give their best, and then we want all the fans to come through, support your homies, because if a person wins from your township, they take your township up. Similar to the Idols, the Idol winner that came from Delft, at least now there's something more and more positive to speak about Delft, so we love that. So as we are here, we appreciate the opportunity for you guys to invite us here to your show. I've always wanted to be on this show, so thank you very much. So that's a box that I've ticked today. So yeah.
Listen, I would like to know. I mean, if I'm just a person that I think I'm funny, if I come on and say hi and I think I'm funny,
for sure.
How do I, what are the traits that you identify someone who is really funny or who has potential to be a comedian and not just a J?
Well, the one thing is what I've learned, and what the nice thing about going to shows, after a performance, comedians come to you and the audience members come to you is you don't look to make people laugh. You look to tell a story. So it's natural. It's you. It's not, I'm looking for that laugh. No, just tell your story the way it is. The laughter will come, and be yourself. Because people lose themselves trying to be, I want to be like so and so. I want to be like so and so. How about being yourself, and then let people look up to you for just being you? If you're not funny in the beginning, it's fine. We all learn, Some people are born funny, some are not. So we try different things in life, So similar to the competition, we had a lot of people that have never done comedy that came out at the screening on the 30th. And it was quite nice to see people willing. Besides the cash prize of 5,000 that people are hoping for, because that's a cash prize. The cash prize is 5,000 rands, and then an opportunity to play at the Jive Cape Town Funny Festival, which is from the 1st until the 28th of July at the Ekse Theatre. So it's quite a prestigious stage to play at. There's international comedians, there's local comedians. It's quite a nice vibe, and the theatre, the Ekse Theatre is always packed. So also the one thing that's very important that we shared with the contestants is the material has to be in English, because the final stage is an English stage, and it's an international stage. As much as we are in the Kasi, but you're going to be playing to the world. This is why we also call it Kasi World Comedy, because it's from the township to the world, our way. So we're going to be telling our stories, telling it out there to people. So it's a nice platform. So this is going to be happening every year. So if you didn't make it this time to the Kasi World one, there's also a second opportunity, because the Cape Town Comedy Club is also going to be doing theirs after hours. So there's two chances. So if you don't make it on hours, then you register to get on to the Cape Town Comedy Club leg.
Now, The overall winner gets 5,000 Rand cash prize, which is a nice starter pack for somebody who's starting out.
For sure.
And then they get to share the stage with local and international comedians. What else can they look forward to? I'm talking about the winners now.
Oh, there's so much to look forward to. Additionally to that, there's a show that Kolping and I started last year called the One-Man Comedy Show Extravaganza. What happens there is for an entire 8 weeks, every Friday, we have a one-man show where is in Skumba, for instance, or Riyad Musa will be having his show, and then we will choose 2 opening acts and a host. So if the person wins, the winner and some of the runners-up are guaranteed a spot to play on those shows to open for big acts. So that's one of the biggies. And then also just to be in the industry, there's already a breakthrough for you to enter and to win, because there's so many shows around South Africa, there's so many shows around the world. And then it's up to you, the individual, to keep on playing, to keep on being there. One other thing people don't understand is comedy is not only about you being on stage making people laugh. There's also things that you do off stage to be in comedy. You know, a teacher doesn't end up by just being in front of the class and teaching kids. There's also other things they do in education to stay relevant and to be one of the best teachers. Yeah.
Actually, answered all my questions I was thinking about in my head. Can you just tell me how can the viewers or someone that would really like to get in contact with the competition get in contact with you?
Oh, all right. So, well, because the screening has already happened, so we are in the heat now. So they can join us on our social media feeds, handles rather, Kasi World Comedy on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Also me, Pius Xulu, Pius XULU on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We're quite active. We have to be.
KPS now, I'm not a funny person. There's no funny bone in my body, but I love to laugh. So what do I do to be part of this? I don't want to enter the competition, I just want to laugh.
The first thing is to always follow us on social media, follow our handles, and so that you can see what shows are upcoming, what shows are happening. You wouldn't know, you might end up joining because it's contagious. Laughter, fun, being, neat people. The nice thing about comedy shows is that people there are neat, and it's people you can trust and people that are gonna make you laugh. Well,
hoping that you do enjoy and ride with the heat. It might load some stresses, the load shedding for Rena. But right now it's time for us to head it over to Snalo with Rated R. Thank you so much, Piers, and all the best.
To Rated R with Ngobile and Lama. Right now I have Skaba Hemisa. Skaba Forgive, that is Stalo Jonas, aka Put Flick. Why Put Flick?
Because I'm a guy who's always on flick.
But who came up with it? Did you come up with the name?
Someone posted a picture and then someone says, hey, Put Flick. I was like, I can work with that. So like,
and that's when we call you Put Flick on the show, right? Okay, why TV though?
Why TV? Because I couldn't play sports, I couldn't play music, I couldn't act. I couldn't do anything else, so I was like, okay, let me just do TV presenting.
Okay, if you were to play sports, which sport would you play?
Soccer.
Soccer?
I love soccer.
Not tennis?
No, man, I love soccer. There's something appealing about soccer. I just love it.
So weird. Okay, so I asked you earlier, if you were to be trapped in a celebrity's body, which celebrity would it be and why?
It will be so easy because he has lived and he's still living.
For 100 years.
He's got 100 years, so I would love to live 100 years as well.
Of course. So, who was a role model? Who inspired you? Who inspired you to be on Ekse? Who inspired you to be a TV presenter?
I would say Lama Moon and Nella. They both bringing them together inspired me to join television.
Wow. Wow. Not even me. It's fine. It's chilled. It's chilled. You're not just saying that because you're on TV. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, your favorite food?
Favorite food, pasta.
Why?
Because I love Italy.
Can you cook it?
Yeah, I can brilliantly cook pasta.
There's macaroni and cheese.
Cheese.
There's spaghetti. There's
spaghetti.
Okay.
Yeah.
With
it can be with mince and cheese and some veggies mixed together.
Okay.
And then with some sweet chili and tomato sauce.
All right.
And you put it together and you prepare it.
Because you're right, you're missing them. That's why. So
apart from TV presenting, what other talents do you have, or what other ventures would rather go to besides TV presenting?
I want to go into radio.
All
I
right.
want to go into fashion. I want to go into acting.
That's why they call you Flick.
Yeah.
For no reason. For no reason. But can I just ask, if you were to be famous, would you give me R1 million?
Sure, Mukel.
Just check.
Ah, no.
Or just if you were to have a show of your own, would I be your co-host?
Yes.
And not Lama Moon.
When I'm not there, you are there.
That is it from Rated R with Sala Jonas and Ngobilem and Lama, of course. Because I'm cutting this conversation right here. It's gone.
Wonderful music there by the late, great Robbie Malinga, who was very instrumental in the careers of Bo Kelly, Kumalo, Zahara, talking of Omusa, and a lot of people. May his soul continue to rest in power. We still enjoy your music, and it will live on and on and on. What's not living on and on is electricity, and yes, hashtag load shedding. This one comes from Nasip, who says, "Ubut eskom angaklinge aze apha ekhayelitsha somleqa ngezidena." Yeah, that's how they feel.
Wow.
Anyhow.
You see, guys, I'm laughing for you.
I can't. Brent finished his matric right here in South Africa, and he headed all the way to London can I say soul searching. And when he got to London, he discovered himself and he found that he's in love with music. So he did a lot of songwriting, music, and soul searching. So we want to find out, what did he find in himself? What was missing that he found all the way in London that was not here in South Africa? He's also an anti-bully activist, a model, top 5 Mr. South Africa, have you ever? When top Ndoni to Mr. Ndoni, guys, a round of applause. We're sitting next to a beauty. Ooh. He's not going home with you, eh?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
What's happening?
I don't know. No. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome, guys.
Like we were told you, off line, we are not normally like this.
Yeah.
What are you normally like, you as a friend?
Hey man, I'm full of energy, you know, but the load shedding is getting me as well, you know. But you know, you try to keep it up. You try to keep it high level energy.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, so no, the Brentwin energy is always there. I got a phone call from my manager about 2 hours ago because they're also shooting some TV work on a different set, and they were like, Brent, I need some Brent Wayne energy. And I was like, yeah, but Brent Wayne also need energy, you know? So I'm always trying to keep it up. I'm always, yeah.
Keeping it up, you have this accent about you. Where does it come from, Mr. Wayne?
Mysterious.
Yeah, you know, everyone asks me that, you know, because it's probably because I was a DJ as well.
Okay.
And I do a lot of TV work part-time.
Yes.
And I lived in the UK for 4 years, and sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes you need to adapt. Because when I lived there for almost about 5 years.
Yes.
So the first couple of 7 months, it was very hard for the English people to understand the South African accent sometimes. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I needed to adapt a little bit just to, you know, so that they can understand what I'm trying to like say. Because sometimes the South African accent comes across very like strong, you know. So yeah, that's maybe one of the reasons, and because of the DJing side as well, because I was a DJ in London, so which was very cool.
Do you find other South Africans there as well, like other South Africans?
Yes, no, we had boat parties once a month on the River Thames, South African boat parties, and I invited a lot of my English friends to come to the boat parties.
To feel our vibe.
To feel the vibe, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm a huge fan of Gom.
Yay! Really?
So, but that time it wasn't even like birthed out.
Yeah.
So I think it was in 2007, 8ish. It was just like African house.
Yeah.
And they fell in love with it already, you know. I think that's the time I think like people like DJ Ken just came onto the scene, and you know, and they kind of felt it already. My British friends that I invited over. So yeah, we had both parties, and I got inspired that side. I bought my very first guitar on that side. And I.
You need to sign that one also, just for memories.
Yeah.
The birthday also.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, I signed. I actually did, you know. The guitar is there. My first guitar is still there. So I got like, I think I'm traveling now with my fourth guitar. But the London guitar is still there.
Yeah.
And wrote my first couple of songs. Never Give Up, the song that I performed very first.
Yes.
That beat I produced on that side.
Amazing.
And I don't think I mentioned this, but Crushanda Forbes, that was an Ekse Idols.
Yes.
That's her singing with me on the track. Yeah. So I produced that song on that side.
Yeah.
And yeah, coming back to South Africa with the whole mindset of Leona Lewis, she won X Factor that time.
Yes.
That time when I was in London.
Yes.
And Adele wasn't on the scene. So all my friends that worked with me were pretty much they studied at Brits. That's where Adele went to as well. So that's why I came back with that mindset, the standard of, and that's what I wanted to, you know, inspire South Africans on this side as well. Even though South African house music is on top of the world right now, baby. So we got no reason to sit back anymore. You know, our standard, our bars has been raised big time. But I'm coming back and I want to bring that, you know, international feel to South African and to the whole industry as well. And I mean, nothing is impossible right now. If you look at guys like Trevor Noah, if you look at people, you know, from an actor point of view, actors side as well, Charlize Theron, everyone is doing their thing, you know. So
You're doing your thing. I mean, you're top 5.
I'm trying,
South
I'm
Africa.
trying.
How was that experience for you, and what did you learn from that experience?
Oh, I've learned so much. It opened a lot of doors, a lot of doors, especially with TV, because you know I fell in love with. You've asked me earlier on where do I get the accent from, because I've got a passion to do TV presenting as well. Because of Mr. South Africa, I got a glimpse on Top Billing.
Oh, nice.
I featured on other shows, you know, like other TV shows as well, Afrikaans shows, English shows as well. So it opened a lot of doors for me, and because I'm a youth developer as well, we did a lot of youth development projects because of Mr. South Africa, and that just built my campaigns as well that I'm standing for, stuff like anti-bullying, peer pressure, where's the youth going from here and today, you know, is social media beneficial for them, stuff like that. So that's what Mr. South Africa did. So it's more than just a beauty pageant, which so many people get it wrong. It's not. There's so much more to Mr. Ekse,
So speak more about your album. I see your album is laying there.
EP. It's
sitting
EP.
there.
It's sitting there.
Speak more about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this away though. I'm gonna give this away. So whoever can like take a wild selfie out there, guys, post it to Brent Wayne, the page, and you can win this 3-track EP. The album is coming in July. It's coming in July for the very first time. So there's 3 tracks. The first one is Never Give Up, featuring Crushanda Forbes, the one that I just started the show with. Never Give Up Remix, which is a gom-like vibe. Yes. So when I come back, I'll perform that for you guys, definitely. And then Born to Win, you know, this is the jacket that I was specially designed for me. K-Lab, thank you so much for this. They designed the jacket for me. So Born to Win is also on the track, and I'm finishing off the show with that song.
What inspired this body of work? That one. Why would I want to win this?
Born to Win, yeah?
Why would I want to win it? What's in it?
You know what? There's so many elements to that track, you know? I mean, who knows? I might just give away this Born to Win jacket as well that is sitting here with me, you know? So, don't change my mind and just not to give the CD away, but the jacket too. But the jacket too, you know?
You like that,
Give me your phone, I'll take a wild selfie right now.
A wild selfie, post it, and then who knows, man? You might be that lucky winner.
How's the music journey been, Brent, thus far?
Yeah, it's been amazing. You know, I had my first international tour, even though it wasn't too far, Namibia. 2 weeks ago, yes.
Wow.
I was very honored to host the show, Mr. Walvis Bay in Namibia. And I performed Born to Win for the very first time with this jacket once again. So this is the second time I'm wearing this jacket.
I don't want it anymore. I'm sweet. No, I
will make a special one for you.
Yes! Mamela Brand, I want to find out, because you wear so many hats. A model, TV presenter, a singer, an activist. Who is Brent at home?
Brent at home is always full of energy, full of laughter, always focused, hardworking, and always writing a song, always trying to think to write a song, but hardworking, driven, focused. That is what I am all the time. You know, yeah.
Wait to from here, since you've been speaking about your album and your jacket. Wait to from here, and how can we get in contact with you?
Yeah, so the album definitely in July. I've been working on my first ever movie for the past 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Just been struggling to get funding, of course.
Yeah, of course,
So
that's
that is just the struggle. But the movie is going to be a youth development movie. You know, I don't want to give away too much, but it's about this matric boy that fails matric. He runs away. He wants to take his life, but there's so much more in store. So we're trying to make the movie a reality. Yeah, really
so
big
good.
time.
And social media?
Social media, Brent Wayne, Brent with a DT. There's so many people get that wrong. Yeah, so it's Brent Wayne. That's on Facebook and of course Instagram.
Here's crossing fingers, hoping that nobody takes a wilder selfie than I will.
Yeah.
Because I want that album, I want that jacket. Actually, I'm getting one specially made for me, right?
Specially made for you.
Oh, okay,
You can
fine
choose
now.
your color as well. Maybe pink and green or blue or yellow. Just
Okay,
drop in box.
I'll text you. But right now it's time for us to make way for Brent, because he's ready to shut down the show. And thank you so much to you and yours for choosing us as the #1 youth show in the motherland, channel 263 on your DSTV. Thank you so much. We'll be here tomorrow morning between 7 and 8, bringing you this fantastic repeat, otherwise 4 to 5, every Monday through Friday. Her name is Vuyo Jawota, darling. Amy Mayer, Brent Wayne, and my name is Lama Moon. And it's time for us to say adios, amigos. Brent is here to take it away with, is it the contract or what?
Born to win. Here we go, Cape Town. Are you ready? I'm a champion, I'm a warrior. I was born to win, I break barriers. I'm a conqueror, I'm not oblivious. I live my life victorious. Run my race like a sprinter, persevere like a winner. I reach for the stars with my feet on the ground. Never thought I would make it this far, but now. And this is who you are right now. You're a champion, you're a warrior. You were born to win, destined for greatness. You need to know. You need to know. And this is who you are right now. You're a champion, you're a warrior. You were born to win, destined for greatness. You need to know. You need to know. Here we go, Cape Town. It's another one. Since a young boy, I used to watch so many movies. One of my favorites, Stallone in Rocky. The way he went from glory to glory. Yeah, he made history. I wanna be like that. See victory like that. It's not a heart you can get it, but keep going on. Yeah, and keep going on. And this is who you are right now. You're a champion, you're a warrior. You're born to win, destined for greatness. You need to know. You need to know. And this is who you are right now. You're a champion, you're a warrior. You're born to win, destined for greatness. You need to know. You need to know. So many trials, tribulations, stormy seasons I was facing, but it made me stronger, it made me wiser. Yeah, and now I'm flying higher, but I needed to dance in the rain. These shoes ain't the same. I learned from my pain, so much experience I've gained. Yeah, I'm taking you Cape Town, from Cape Town all the way to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. We're gonna do it one more time. Here we go, one. And this is who you are right now. You're a champion, you're a warrior. You're born to win, destined Yes, Cape Town TV, doing it live. Born to win, yeah? 02. That's how we do it.